Alright, I just want to note something real quick. Finish that up, not a huge deal. It took me 30 minutes. I wanted to show, so these templates that I cut, I got 4 pieces, which I mentioned in the last video, and this is 8 inches long. So obviously, if you wanted to cut these to 4 inches, you could double up your templates. You just have to, you know, really fortify them, strengthen them up, because you don't want it breaking here. So put a bunch of studs up there. You can do it. You can get 8 templates out of 1 sheet of plywood, but what was left over, there were 2 of these, and you can see this is 2 sheets of plywood, so that's going to be 8 feet, and then they're 8 feet wide. So that would be your 8 foot tall quarter pipe, 8 foot radius. And it's basically, with the 8 inches and the 4 templates and those 2 leftover pieces, you got 2 5 foot tall quarter pipe or templates for a quarter pipe, and then 2 8 foot tall. So all I got to do is fill in this corner right here and then strengthen this section up. So I just wanted to note that real quick. And might as well show this. So I'm gonna start making the 8 foot templates. I have about 45 minutes. I'm hoping I can at least just make them and hopefully stand them up super quick. That would be awesome. If I can do that, then I can, same as this, put the studs in real fast. So one of the big reasons that this section is going up a lot faster than that, which is essentially the exact same thing, 5 foot quarter pipe and an 8 foot quarter pipe. That side I built the entire flat, and I used a ton of 2x4s. I think I used double what I was normally doing. And then this I just threw down really thick pallets. So it did take some time to level it, but it's basically already got 1 layer, you know, of plywood. So another layer on top of that is going to be pretty strong, and then the 3rd layer is going to be super strong. So started with pallets, ended with pallets, and the verdict is pallets win as long as you spend the time to level them and get good thick pallets. Alright, just wanted to show real quick how I want to strengthen this corner up. All I'm going to do is get a piece that covers a good surface amount over both pieces. Doesn't matter. Something like this. Just so I can get the same curve. So I cut this curve out and then match it to the face of this. And then I'll just get like a corner to fit in there, and then just I'll probably put a bunch of wood glue down too, and then little screws to hold it all together. But it's not really concerning because I'm going to have a bunch of 2x4s, 2x6s strengthening everything up. That's all. Alright, here's another thing I talked about in the last video. I want to make the entire template with deck on top. Of course, I'm going to put a bunch of supports under this.
You made it! You did it! Oh my gosh! Kev!
Ciao, alright, good morning. Even though it is 3:40 p.m. Just wanted to say real quick, got a bunch of wood from the dumpsters and whatnot, and have 2 hours right now. I'm not going to try to waste any time. So, goal is to get the 8 foot up as much as I can. And yeah, that's it. I'm not going to say anything else. Alright, this is about what I was expecting to get done. 2 hours. Sit-ups won't take much longer at all to finish the bottom of it. Everything's already cut. Just need to screw it in. Pretty cool. But this section is going to be so much fun, especially that hip. This quarter, I mean, every single quarter here is different, even though they're all 8 foot transition and a lot of them are the same height. I feel like that 8 foot quarter is gonna be more mellow than this one. I feel like this one's gonna be a lot more poppy. It just looks, I don't know, more vertical at the top. Well, we'll see. All right, it is 8 November. Good morning. Time for me to start heading to work. I got out here at 5 in the morning and finished the studs in the front of this. I was gonna put the pallets on the deck, use pallets for the deck, but I had enough 2x6s left over. I just cut them to size. I'm just gonna run them across, and then got to change this up. I'm gonna cut this 2x4 here, move it under this one, and move this sheet of plywood, whatever, to the outside. Run my studs across, put some supports in the back, and then I'm gonna take a small 2x6 and run it under the whole thing, just to get that added support, and probably another beam to hold that up. So I'm just gonna do regular deck with probably 3/4 inch plywood. And so yeah, I want to finish the deck over there, basically have everything ready to be skinned, and then once that's done, throw down the plywood. And I've got a bunch of plywood to do a first layer. I'll hopefully finish this first layer, get those two, and then once I have, you know, 1 or 2 solid layers, and then I'll probably go and buy the good stuff to throw on top. Another good morning. Got out here at 4:30 this morning and put down most of the first layer. I think I will need about 3 sheets to finish that. 3 full sheets, which I can get once I take my shed down in my backyard. Only issue I had today was same issue I had on this quarter pipe a long time ago, is this super abrupt corner down here, at least on this half. So I'm gonna buy a Bondo. I'm gonna smooth it out and then lay the second layer over the top of that. I do need to put some supports down here still, and I need to buy longer screws, some 3-inch at least, and finish putting 3 screws each into each 2x6. I don't want to forget that. And that's pretty much it for today. I'm gonna ride just to get a bunch of cardio in and work up on my skills. It's pretty cold this morning, coldest morning so far. My toes were freezing. I had to sit in my truck for like 15 minutes to warm my toes up. Alright, it's been a couple weeks since I've uploaded a video, so I kind of just want to get one put up, even though it's not complete. However, I have this piece of coping to go up there on the 8-foot. I have somebody welding some pieces for me right now. I do have a tiny little piece I can fill back in. Not that really matters. Aesthetics mostly. I have a friend that's gonna weld this for me. Get rid of that gap right there, or that bump, so no one gets cut on that. So I'm gonna take that off, have it welded. Found these 2 more pieces. Again, they're not the same. They're not the full length. There was a box of little tiny scraps, so maybe hopefully I can find another little piece. Get that welded together. That will do this hip. That 8-foot will be done. That's already done, but at least it'll look better. The side of that hip, that was the piece that was welded in the last video. And I also got this from the scrap pile. I just have to cut these little ends off. There's another piece that goes under there. Just cut those off. That will fit up there nicely. And those are good size, like they're kind of small. Then I got this big fat one, 12 feet long, that I'm going to put on the top of the box, and I'll show a picture of how I'm going to do it. But basically I'm going to take all my scrap 2x4s back there and then just lay them all down on top of this like tile. I'll probably use some wood glue to help me, and then put 3/4 inch on top of that. Basically I'm putting the coping on this and then building this up to it. So I will have to cut the end, the 2x4s on this end, to this angle. I'm gonna go onto the Air Force Base and ask them if I can get a bunch of aluminum flashing, because they're always throwing that stuff away, and see if I can't just get as much as I can and just start covering all these cracks so they don't start raising up. Especially over here on this section, there's a part of it that is really starting to delaminate, so cover that whole thing up. And then there's people on either Facebook or Craigslist. They sell a bunch of paint, exterior paint. They have a bunch of 5-gallon buckets for sale for $40. I'm gonna try to get 3 5-gallon buckets, and then start just painting the whole thing so that I can start doing the spar urethane on top of the paint. And that's pretty much it for the update. It's pretty much it for this video. I was really hoping to finish all this. I do have to take down my shed still. I've started it. Took all the shingles off the top at least. It's hard with the amount of daylight I have. But I did hit pretty big on stocks. I made a call on Lucid Motors. I put $400 on a call option, and basically I made I think I made $2,400. So what I'm gonna do is collect the $2,000, put that into my like either reinvest it or put it into my account, and then take that 400 and use that 400 to buy more plywood. And basically it's like, you know, free wood still. Just got lucky on an investment. I do still want to put a second layer of OSB down first, and if I take my shed down, that's going to give me, I want to say it's 9 full sheets. It's like 8 full sheets and then 2 half sheets, so this will only be 3. And then I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it might be perfect because I still have that right there too. So once I take my shed down, I might be able to do, actually I'll still need 3 on top of this, but that's it, yeah. But this would make a good, I cleaned this spot up the other night, took all that cactus and wood out, and I put it on top of a board and I pulled it off into the desert because it likes to blow around. So if I just moved it somewhere, it would just blow to the ramp. Cactus is always blowing up against this. My kids are always getting stuck from freaking cactus needles. So I'm probably going to move the fire pit over a little. Probably still going to take all that cactus out too. And then make this the spot to, like, you know, set up the shade canopies and barbecue grill and stuff. And then eventually still plan on making this the concrete section. But we'll see, because I'm definitely limited on time, and I kind of want to improve my skills, work on that more so than working on the ramp, since that's what I do 90% of the time. I still really want to connect these. I'm definitely going to do that before I do anything concrete. So that's probably going to require a lot more pallets too. I'm just going to have to do the math and, you know, hopefully get some help on that. I think I mentioned earlier that somebody sells 3/4 inch plywood. So if I can get a bunch of pallets, or at least more 2x4s and stuff, start making that deck over there. Obviously 2x4 is going to be easier to make a deck. Yeah, I'm going to start riding, and that will be my workout for today. I do a bunch of burpees, ride, burpees, ride, burpees, ride. Alright, real quick, I found this place that sells 3/4 inch plywood for super cheap. It's like $10. They're only 3x8 and 3x, I want to say 11 sheets, which is pretty long. So I got 10 sheets. I think 6 of them were 11 feet long, or vice versa, 4. Either way, what I think I'm gonna do is, putting this up here like this, I just put 2x4s along just the front, so it does have a decline to it. I think I might just stick with that, so I don't have to use so many 2x4s to fill this whole deck up. So I'll probably just get some slivers of plywood to put in the middle of this to help support the center so it doesn't want to collapse so easily. But either way, this will be the end result. It'll have a little bit of a downhill on the deck, and it'll be a nice fat piece of coping. Right now it's just kind of, you know, sitting up there just to see what it looks like. And turns out that red metal blade that I threw away was actually amazing for cutting through metal like this. So I'm gonna have to buy another one. Good thing is it's only $30. But from the videos I saw, it should cut through that thing super easily. Yep, if I need any more sheets, they have plenty more. It's really good quality. I have enough to do this deck, that deck over there, and the 8-foot deck now. And if I want to start actually filling this in, it would actually be pretty cheap to do. So that's it for this video. I am going to just upload it as is, and you have an idea of what I plan on doing next. So hopefully I can, you know, get the next video up and within a week and have all of this done, have the coping on everything, have this deck ready, and basically the next part, I guess, would be that deck over there, that corner piece, because that's going to be a lot of work. Yeah, I am out for the last time in this video. Alright, I thought I was done, but I just basically got a gigantic load of wood, and look at all this plywood that's still just out here in the scrap piles. So many full, like 8 foot long sheets I can still grab, and some 4 foot long pieces. I might even have enough in there already to finish what I'm doing, but I'm gonna grab what I can just in case. And it's a huge freaking score, and there's like more and more piles of this, you know, trash wood all down these roads. So now I'm done with this video. All right, so the plywood I just received was enough to double layer all the way across. First layer up to here, and then I have this left over, so we'll see if I can finish that and then see how much of this I have left over to double layer. So it looks like I will have to get just a little bit more, but that's I mean, that's a freaking huge score. And then I still got to get maybe just a little bit more, but there, like I showed in the earlier footage, there's tons out there. You ready to go home, dude? No? Okay. Then I got some more 2x4s, 2x6s. They're just crap. Nails, twisted, cracks. Alright, dude, let's go home. You ready? You ready to go home? Okay. Alright, let's go. Ready, man?